Without CDEL, I would probably be destroyed. I probably wouldn't have gained the strength that I needed to gain to be the father that I am for my children right now.
CDEL was a life changer for me. It actually took a load off of my mind and let me know that there are people that were born to help people.
I was feeling helpless. I had given up. I was really ready to say, forget about it, I don't care. And then CDEL came along and said, we care. And that made all the difference in the world.
Our client, Miss Clark, inherited a property. She didn't inherit it alone. She inherited it with another relative who she was not on speaking terms with, who resided in the property and essentially sort of boxed her out, effectively sort of nullifying her inheritance.
When I first met the attorneys at Locklord, I was totally impressed. They seemed concerned. I knew they were well informed about what was going on. And I just had a fantastic glimmer of hope because I knew they knew what to do. And they did it.
There were multiple tax liens outstanding and they were coming due pretty soon. So first we decided that we were going to file a complaint for partition. And that meant that we were going to ask the court to force the sale.
The house was eventually sold. And thanks to CDEL, I did get my half.
When I first came to CDEL, I was guardian of my son and my guardianship was being challenged.
When she first made contact with us, she was already facing proceedings in the guardianship court and she didn't have an attorney and she didn't know how to respond and she really wasn't sure what to do next.
The petitioner had an attorney and I was pro se and I was borderline petrified being against a seasoned lawyer.
Opposing counsel had asked to reopen the guardianship under a provision that just didn't allow them to do what they wanted to do. It was not appropriate. And so by Mrs. McLean having an attorney, I was able to point out to the court that procedurally they were asking for something that wasn't available.
CDEL was a life changer for me. The whole process was made easier having someone like Attorney Lipton guide me along the way.
I'm glad to be living with my mom. So happy that guardianship is over.
Lee's disease was introduced to our family through my oldest son. He actually took a fall. He got ready to get up. He couldn't move his feet. We rushed him to the hospital and he never got out of there. At that point, we knew that we needed to test all the children and found that they had also the same mutation. If you think about it from this aspect, is that here you are as a father and you got children that's young and they fighting against a disorder that's trying to take their life and you're trying to keep them encouraged, to fight the fight.
CDEL was able to help Mr. Smith get guardianship of his 3 children.
That was a blessing because then I was able to feel empowered where I got the say-so of what happens with my children.
A year later, he came back to us because it was time for him to file the annual report for each of those 3 guardianships. That same day, he'd been approved for a community-based voucher, but he'd only been approved for a 3-bedroom unit. CDEL was able to file an ADA request with the CHA in order to request that 4th bedroom. Mr. Smith then had to find a 4-bedroom accessible unit in the city of Chicago, which is hard to do.
Searching for housing was very discouraging. I was running into one obstacle after another one.
Mr. Smith spent months trying to find a unit that would be appropriate for him and his children. And eventually he did find a unit, a house on the northwest side of the city.
Met with the landlord, which is a very, very nice man. Put in the lease with CHA and they came back and they lowballed him. Almost $1,200 lower than what he wanted. And I contacted CDEL.
CDEL also filed a rent exception, meaning that Mr. Smith would be granted additional funds so that he would be able to move forward with this very unique house that was able to be outfitted for the needs of him and his family.
Find an accessible living, a home like what we have here, to be able to have a stair lift and an elevator so that they can be more independent and they don't have to feel the weight of this disease. They can feel like they still can go right now. Everything I want to do it right now because tomorrow is not promised.
Mr. Smith is a hero to his family. He does so much for his children and is in really an impossible situation. And the fact that CDEL has been able to serve him is really at the core of why we do what we do.
All of what you guys have done for me is tip of the iceberg of what you're able to do in these communities out here, because there's a lot of people going through a lot of things.
I cannot imagine how I could have gotten through this without CDEL. There are a lot of people that the way life goes, the way things happen, they fall on hard times. And some of us remain there and some of us do not. It's wonderful to have people like all of the lawyers at CDEL that help people who need help.
It's an unfortunate thing that there are not more places like CDEL. There's so many places out here that just turn their back on people like myself. CDEL welcomes, helps, supports, and gives you the courage to know that you're going to look out and everything's going to be okay.